Hey there, Sylvia. Yeah, it was very hot today, and it's still going to be a hot one as we head to tomorrow. But take a look at this shot right here. You're going to see the lights coming out right there from the Staples Center. Well, showing us that there is some fog sitting over the basin. It actually made its way to the coast earlier today, and it's starting to expand a little inland, mainly just into the basin. And with that, well, we're waking up to some fog, especially along the coast. But other than that, still expecting a very warm forecast as we head into your weekend. As we head into, well, this evening, temperatures quite mild. We're in the 60s, even the 70s out there. Santa Clarita, you're at 70 degrees, a little cooler at the coast where it was quite foggy today. Malibu, 57 degrees, downtown 60 and 64 in San Dimas. Earlier today, well, we hit record temperatures for Woodland Hills. 99 degrees for you. Chatsworth, you made it to the triple digits, hit the century mark earlier today. San Bernardino 98, Anaheim 85, and Santa Monica. Take a look at this. This is really what microclimates look like. 59 degrees in Santa Monica earlier today with that fog. So 81 was the forecast high in downtown earlier today. We were well above average. We were still below record numbers. Tough to beat those records today because we did see a lot of triple digit records, even though we did see some triple digit heat earlier today as we showed you. Chatsworth made it to 100. Riverside actually at the airport, we made it to 100 degrees as well. So a very, very warm day. Very hot, actually. And, well, the big question is how hot will it get as we head through the weekend? I'll tell you, over the next 24 hours downtown, looking at a little bit of cloud cover. It's already sitting overhead. We're talking 60s tonight, so very mild out there. And, well, still looking at 60s in the morning. And by the afternoon, we're in the upper 70s, 78 degrees for you in downtown tomorrow. We're going to show you exactly how hot it's going to get in your neighborhood coming up in just a little bit. Lena and Sylvia, back to you. Exactly. And if they're celebrating right now in Long Beach, well, this is what they're dealing with. So, yeah, maybe a jacket would help your cause. Of course, tomorrow afternoon, we're looking at a much warmer forecast. But this evening, the fog really rolled in. That marine inversion really thickened up. So there's still some onshore effect at the coast. We also saw that difference between, well, really hot temperatures inland and cool temperatures, well, along the coast in the water right there. And so that difference creates for instability, and that generally creates that fog, and we've been seeing very dense fog out there as well. So high pressure is going to continue to build, but as it starts to shift eastward, it's going to allow that onshore flow to start to make its way into the forecast. So with that, we will see the return of the marine layer over the next couple of days, evening and of course morning, low clouds and fog along the coast. Temperatures still above average for this time of year, and well, we even broke a record earlier today. Woodland Hills, you got up to 99 degrees. We even hit the century mark in some spots, but didn't break records there. Riverside got up to the century mark. Chatsworth, you got up to the century mark as well. So again, low clouds and fog, that's still part of the drill over the next couple of days. And eventually we are looking at a cool down as we head into next week. So for the basin in Orange County, some cloud cover this weekend. We're in the 70s, so cooler than today. Today was certainly the warmest day of the week. Still warm by Monday and Tuesday. We're in the 70s, and then we're gradually starting to cool it down as we head into your Wednesday. We're eyeing a chance of rain, actually, by the time we hit Wednesday in some spots at the coast. We're talking a chance by Wednesday. The models keep changing that chance, though. At first, we were thinking it was going to be a little earlier. Now we're thinking it'll be Wednesday into Thursday, but does look like that chance is out there. I also want to mention on Monday, it's not in your 5-day forecast, it's just a slight chance, but we could see a little bit of moisture make its way into the forecast. So with that, could see some isolated thunderstorms, believe it or not, as we head out of the weekend. Until then, enjoy the warm temperatures, and we're going to show you what it looks like in some of your inland spots coming up in a little bit. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
If we all did that, imagine how much water we could serve, setting a great example for everyone. All right, no water this weekend for us.
No water this weekend, but there is water in the forecast, believe it or not.
That's good.
Could be but until then, yeah, the only water we're going to get is maybe a trip to the beach this weekend. Or your pool.
We'll do that.
How about that? Yeah, it's going to be warm. It was quite warm today. In fact, downright hot. We even set a record earlier today. Woodland Hills, you set a record, so we're going to show you that coming up in a minute. Do want to take you outside where we are dealing with some fog. Take a look at that inversion out there, that marine layer. We're dealing with very dense fog along the coast is starting to seep into the basin, but we're dealing with clear skies into our inland spots. This is a look from our Hollywood Hills camera overlooking the basin down there. So quite foggy. We're waking up to some fog in the morning. It should be mixing out of the forecast by the afternoon, with the exception of the coast where we could continue to see some fog into the afternoon hours. So with that, we will see a little bit of a cooler forecast all around, but still keeping temperatures warm nonetheless. Temperatures out there this evening into the 60s and 70s, a little cooler along the coast. 50s for you right now, 58 San Pedro. Palmdale, you're at a very warm 74 degrees this evening. Santa Clarita, 68, and downtown, you're at 60 degrees. So earlier today, Woodland Hills, you made it to 99. You'll see right there, that was a record temperature. Chatsworth, you hit the century mark at 100 degrees. San Bernardino, 98. Anaheim, 85. And take a look. Microclimate's really kicked in today because Santa Monica, that is not a mistake. You got up to 59 degrees. And yes, that was because of the fog that stuck around pretty much for the majority of the day. Earlier today, we made it to 81 degrees. That was for downtown, and average is 73. So we were above average for the most part. Didn't hit record temperatures in the basin or, of course, at the coast. It was the inland that got close. And again, Woodland Hills, you made it to 99, and that was indeed a record. So temperatures into the 60s tonight, mid 60s in the morning, and by the afternoon, we're up into the upper 70s. So a little cooler for the basin, but still warm, still above average. And take a look at the valleys in the Inland Empire. Sunshine over the weekend, 90s, 80s. By Monday, we're down to the 70s. Do want to mention there's a chance of maybe a thunderstorm on Monday. We're not putting it in the forecast, but just a bit of moisture that mixed in with the warm numbers could make for a thunderstorm. Probably over the mountains and deserts, some clouds on Tuesday, and yes, a chance of rain by Wednesday. Lena and Sylvia, back to you.
All right.
And record heat today, but will it last through the weekend? We'll have your full forecast coming up. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Yeah, you should. And it's about a 40-degree difference, so pretty significant difference there. And as we get a look at our Sierra Cam, you're going to see some of that low cloud cover start to make its way, well, inland right now. As we wake up in the morning, we are expecting some fog at the coast into the basin, and with that, we will see some cooler spots, of course, as we head into the afternoon. Not cool by any stretch of imagination, with the exception of the coast, but we are looking at, well, pretty warm temperatures overall. So we'll have those numbers for you. I do want to show you on radar a bit of fog right there, again, sitting along the Santa Monica coastline, spanning a little inland for you. Most of that fog actually pretty thick right there, Long Beach into, well, Orange County along the coastline, and it is starting to make a little bit of a push into our inland spots this evening. Temperatures very mild, 50s, 60s, even 70s. Warm in Palmdale, you're at 73. Santa Clarita at 66. Woodland Hills earlier today set a record at 99 degrees. We hit the century mark in Chatsworth, also hit the century mark in Riverside earlier today. San Bernardino 98, Anaheim 85, and Santa Monica. There is that temperature difference between the inland spots and the coast. Santa Monica 59 degrees. So that's technically 41 degrees cooler than some inland spots. So pretty amazing difference there. And we're still expecting to see that difference as we head into tomorrow with that fog. Earlier today, 81 degrees for downtown. Average is 73. So we were above average for this time of year, and we're going to keep things above average for now. Over the next 24 hours, 60s, and by the afternoon, the basin getting up into the upper 70s. So high pressure is building in. As a result, we're seeing warm temperatures, plenty of sunshine, and again, we are expecting that high pressure to start to push eastward. As it does, it's going to continue to allow a little more low cloud cover. And, well, by next week, a cooler forecast. And not only cooler, but we're also bracing for a potential chance of rain. Seems silly, right? Since we saw temperatures into the 90s, but looks like it's happening. I do want to tell you by Monday, looks like a little bit of rain is working its way into the forecast, or at least moisture. So we could see maybe some thunderstorms over the mountains in the high desert. We're not putting it in the forecast because not everybody's going to see it. Very isolated if we see anything at all. Until then, 80s and 90s. And remember that chance of rain at this point looks like it's coming in on Wednesday. Pretty warm storm at this point, keeping temperatures into the 60s along the coast all week long. Still quite mild, though, for the weekend. Back to you guys.
Not too bad.